So, number 22 from Indiana. I mean, makes history quite a lot. Makes history an awful lot. And she's after making history again, lads. So, we have got right here. We know the Indiana Fever are playing against the Brazil national team. We know that they're playing their Brazil team early in May in one of their preseason games. But, if you guys did not see, Caitlin Clark's Fever's exhibition game in Iowa gets picked up by ESPN in WNBA's first. Caitlin Clark effect has reached the preseason. Yeah. ESPN will broadcast what is believed to be the WNBA's first nationally televised exhibition game when Clark returns to Iowa for the Fever's game against Brazil's national team. Sources briefed the network schedule. Sources briefs on the next working schedule said. And, I mean, it's the only one. Because, well, it's preseason. So it is what it is. Like, you're not going to see too many like things about these games. You're not going to see too much about these preseason games like we saw last year. Do you guys not remember when like everyone was like there was actually more viewers watching a telephone footage of Angel Reese first game, and I'm like, man, this is Twitter. It was literally on Twitter. Every time someone scrolls past, it's considered an impression. I've had tweets with 7 million impressions on Twitter. I don't make very, and that's not even worth any money. If you get 7 million impressions on YouTube, you're probably making more money in a month than a lot of people make in a year. Like, it's very, very different. Or 7 million impressions on TV as well. But yeah. So obviously, 5 p.m. Central Time. Tip-off will be on ESPN unless the network has Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. In that case, Fever Brazil game shifts to ESPN 2. ESPN declined to comment. Because they literally know that if they say anything, people are going to have a problem with it. People are going to literally have a problem if they say any positive things about the Fever. Countless Hawkeye fans become Fever fans. We consider them family. Fever president of basketball operations, Kelly Krauskopf, said in a statement when the game was initially announced. That's why we make this preseason matchup. That's what will make this preseason matchup so special for us. The lack of accessible preseason broadcasts became a pain point for fans in recent years, as many have clamored to network partners to air those games. Last season exhibition game available on X with total more than 2 million views through a fan's phone. Like, people are genuinely like, oh yeah, it's 2 million views. That's more than any Caitlin Clark game. I'm like, 1, no. And 2, you do not understand how impressions work. Facebook and Twitter impressions are literally, like, you see every tweet. You see if you scroll down your tweet, every single tweet you scroll down is literally considered a view. But the growth is happening so fast. Cheryl Reeve, the Minnesota coach and president of basketball operations said after the exhibition is so accelerating. I've been saying this in our own organization that business as usual isn't just going to work anymore. Clark and the Fever begin the regular season May 17th. They'll feature 41 national televised or streamed games in the upcoming season, the most of any franchise. Of their 44 games, 10 will be on ABC and ESPN, while 8 will air on ION. Obviously, Caitlin Clark won Rookie of the Year, and 6 different WNBA television partnerships set viewership records, and all 6 involve the Fever. Clark's not the only WNBA star returned to their alma mater for a preseason game. The Chicago Sky are returned to LSU. Angel Reese's alma mater for an exhibition. The Aces and the Wings will play at Notre Dame. The alma mater for guards Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, and Enrique. The New York Liberty are also playing at the University of Oregon in a homecoming game for Niara Sabli and Sabrina Ionescu. And in fairness to Niara is kind of hooping at the minute. She's had a good season overseas. Like, that could be a genuine, like, really good, like, team there, especially with her on the bench. But it just does show, again, what the Caitlin Clark effect is. Like, the Caitlin Clark effect is something that we've not really ever seen in sports, where it's like, I've stood by this. If ESPN videoed a Caitlin Clark workout, it would have averaged more viewership than Rivals. Like, I mean that. Like, it genuinely is, it's scary, this type of hype. Like, I thought it was going to die. I literally thought it was going to die. I did not think that the hype was going to last that long, because I thought, you know what, Caitlin's just a good player in the WNBA to start the season, but then very quickly she went from being just another really good player to the literal best guard in the league by quite a lot. In my opinion, if the MVP started after after game 10, she's in the MVP race. But yeah, it should be a fun one to see. It should genuinely be a really fun one to see what ends up happening. In this game. It should be a fun game because I would assume Damaris Dantas can be playing for the Fever. I would assume that she is. She plays for the Brazil national team. Can't begrudge that either. But it's a kind of big one. And it should be quite fun. Again, like the amount of viewership for this game might actually break the damn viewership record because it's a national team. Maybe not in America. I wonder how many Brazilians there are in America. And also, to be fair, how big basketball is in Brazil obviously is taken into account as well. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see this literally have more viewership than any non-Fever game for the first couple of weeks of the season anyway. Like, I think it will. Like, it's not going to have more viewers than the Fever Sky. The Fever Sky is a different story, especially now when you've got Hailey Van with this new look Fever team and everyone wants to see them play, and you've got Hailey Van Lith on the Sky. Let's not forget that the Sky have just got one of the most popular players in the WNBA right now. So the Chicago Sky Fever game is going to have even more viewership because Van Lith, again, is a really big name. And obviously with that happening, we're gonna see that game 5 times during the season. And if you're the Fever, you want to win 4. It's acceptable to win 3, but you're Indiana. You can't lose. You can't lose the series against the Sky. Going 3-2 is acceptable. 4-1 should be the goal, and 5-0 would be great. But I don't think it's so hard to sweep a team 5-0. It is super hard. And as much as I think the Fever are a lot better than the Sky, I don't think they're going to sweep them 5-0. Just like last season, the Fever were way better than the Sky. But the Sky did take one game because Nalissa Smith made Angel Reese look like the best player in the damn league. After she hit her with the too small, Angel Reese just scored every single time when Nalissa Smith played no defense whatsoever. And then they drew up the last play. Instead of looking for a shot for Caitlin or Kelsey Mitchell, they drew up a lob to Nalissa Smith to try win the game. And to be fair, right before that, was that when Aaliyah Boston bricked the wide open? Oh no, what's her name? Missed the layup. Christy Wallace. She had a wide open, reverse layup, and she just threw the ball straight up in the air. Let's not forget about that game. But anyway, I'll see you guys.